Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the All and Football Show. It's your man, Lee Ice. And of course, I got my brother with me, as always. Hill, I cannot call you the GOAT King today, buddy.
Yeah, you the
What's
GOAT
going
King
on?
today. You the GOAT King today, Lee Ice. Predicted at the beginning of the season. I'm just gonna say these games today. Let's start with the Baltimore game and Kansas City game. Kansas City thoroughly dominated them. I don't know what it is with Kansas City's defense. They play like crap for like 14 weeks of the season. But when it gets down to the last 2 weeks into the playoffs, they like the best defense in the NFL. But I watched our show last year when we did the Super Bowl show, and we talked about how young Kansas City defense was. It was the youngest defense at the time in the league. And we said they would probably be around for a while. They are the new New England Patriots. They're the new version of the New England Patriots right now. I think they're one deep threat away from being a dominant franchise. The Baltimore game, Baltimore, Spagnuolo must went back. I watched after Spagnuolo went back to 2019. I don't know if you remember this wild card game when the Chargers came in here. Drew Brees' last year with the Chargers. They came in the ice and they were considerably underdogs. They were 10-point underdogs. But the defense, I forgot the defensive coordinator's name for the Chargers at the time. But he blitzed Lamar the whole game. Just like the 49ers, just like the Chiefs did today. So they must have went back and watched certain tapes. And then the problem I have with Lamar, dude, you need to run when it ain't time to run. You sat back in the pocket, thought you was Joe Montana or Dan Marino. You're not that. There were opportunities for you to take off, and you want to throw the ball. Then when it's time for you to take off, when it was time for you not to take off, you take off. And they already got a spy on you. So that game, Detroit, the collapse. The collapse. I think the play of the game, when I was watching the game, the play I said, oh, they're going to lose, man, was the 51-yard pass to Brandon Ayuk. When the defender had to bounce off his face mask and Ayuk caught the ball, I said, game over right there. Game over. And I said, man, San Francisco got all the momentum. And Detroit can never seize it back. So let's go ahead and start the show so we can get into all this stuff.
All right, let's thank everybody for tuning to last week's show. And thank everybody for tuning to this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know I don't say the word. But I'm going to always tell you, protect yourselves and your family the best way you know how. Big dog, you ready to get things started?
Yeah, I
You
get it.
there?
Yeah, man. Get all in, come back. I'm ready. Start getting ready for Vegas and everything. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Where you want to start at? You want to?
We're going to start
back to the
with what we just saw, Lee. We're going to start right there.
Okay.
It was the Rice-A-Roni streetcar filing playing in a Denim Jeans Stadium known as the San Francisco 49ers, hosting the Biting Kneecap, Dan Campbell, Motown Review, Detroit Lions. Here we go, first quarter. At the 13-18 mark of the first quarter, Jameson Williams took a reverse 42 yards to the house. Made it 7-0. Then at the 2:34 mark of the first quarter, David Montgomery scored from 1 yard out and made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. How'd you feel?
Honestly, I said it's over. It's over. That's what I thought.
Because they was running through.
Just running through them.
They was doing anything they wanted to do.
Yep.
Then in the second quarter, at the 13:49 mark, Chris McCaffrey ran for a 2-yard touchdown, made it 14-7. Jahmyr Gibbs later on at 5:54 mark, Jahmyr Gibbs took a 15-yard run and made it 21-7. Then at the 7 seconds left to go, Michael Bradley made a 21-yard field goal at the half, made it 24-17, Lee Ice.
And again, at halftime, I thought it was over. I said, they got this in the bag. Just keep doing what they're doing. Don't do anything stupid. In the game, they will be going to the Super Bowl.
Then in the third quarter at 11:02, Jake Moody made a 43-yard field goal. Then, before this play, Leon, we were just talking about it. This is the play I thought changed the whole game. Brock Purdy dropped back, went deep to Brandon Ayuk, and it bounced off the defender of the Detroit Lions face mask and his foot and ran into Ayuk's hands at the 5-yard line. Then they proceeded to throw Brandon Ayuk a 6-yard touchdown pass that made it 24-17. Then at 3:02, Chris McCaffrey tied the game up at 24-24 with a 1-yard run. Then in the fourth quarter, Jake Moody made a 33-yard field goal and made it 27-24. Then all the gates broke loose. Elijah Mitchell took a 3-yard run and made it 34-24 at the 3:02 mark. Then with 56 seconds left to go in the game, Jameson Williams caught a 3-yard touchdown pass. And it made it 34-31. Detroit went for an onside kick, was unsuccessful. And the San Francisco 49ers, your Charlie Carr, Rice-A-Roni treat, has advanced the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. Leon, your thoughts?
With the help of Detroit coach Dan Campbell. Now, you can see momentum. Big in sports. You're up 24-7. They make it 24-10. They make it 24-17. Then they tied up. Then they kick a field goal to take the lead 27-24. All right? You got 20 unanswered points. All the momentum has shifted towards San Francisco. It's 4th and 3. You got a chance to change the momentum, to kick the 48-yard field goal, which is makeable in the NFL, to tie the game, and then you play. But what do? You go for it. You go for it. Lose. They score 34-24. Now you're down 10. Game is over.
Well, Leon,
you had a chance to flip the momentum back towards you.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly on that one. I thought it was the right decision, right call. You got to catch the ball. It hits you right in your hands. Leon, come on, man. You turned around, they made it a difficult catch for the touchdown at the end of the game.
You're right, and that was the third down play. You're right. He had it on third down. Once he dropped that ball, hey, man, you got to kick the field goal. You got to kick the field goal.
Hey, Leon, we got to go commercial break.
All right. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to break down the AFC Championship game with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Baltimore, no more. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. All In Football Show, Lee Ice and the Big Dog. We are breaking down championship weekend. We just broke down the just broke down the San Francisco 49ers, how they beat the Detroit Lions. Now, let's go to the AFC game.
Baltimore. Right, the ice. It was the sidearm throwing behind the back. Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift in the stands, moonwalking and pop locking. Andy Reid said, I went to every crab cake place there was in Baltimore. Coco, G&M, Timbuktu, Box Hill, all of them. Taking on Lamar Jackson and the Wire and Omar in the corner. And quote the Ravens, nevermore, Baltimore Ravens. Here we go, Lee. First quarter. At the 7:41 mark, Travis Kelce catches a 19-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes and made it 7-0. Then at the 4:58 mark, Zay Flowers catches a touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson and made it 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. How you feel?
I'm not gonna lie. After Kansas City chose to kick off, gave Ravens went 3 out. Kansas City got the ball, went straight down the field, and Travis Kelce scored. I said, it's over. Lamar Jackson, nice touchdown pass, but that was kind of like on a broken play. So, but he did his thing. He tied it up, but I still was like, wasn't impressed.
In the second quarter, at the 10:56 mark, Isaac Pacheco scored on a 2-yard run and made it 14-7. Then, with 4 seconds left to go in the second quarter, Harrison Butler made a 52-yard field goal. They went into halftime 17-7. How you feel?
Honestly, I knew it was over because Lamar Jackson was not going to come back against that defense. He was missing layups, okay? He was missing easy passes, and he was missing receivers downfield that had gotten open, and there was no way they was going to come back.
Then in the fourth quarter, with 2:34 left to go in the game, Justin Tucker added the only points of the fourth quarter. They made it 17-10. And your final score, the Kansas City Chiefs 17, the Baltimore Ravens 10. And that sidearm throwing behind the back, Travis Kelce moonwalking all the way up to the press spot to give Taylor Swift a kiss. And Andy Reid said, hey, I'm looking for a G&M crab cake sub now to go with my ribs to take to Las Vegas. How you feel? Comments, concerns?
Only 17-10, but we know that game wasn't that close, was it?
No, it could have been a lot worse. Kansas City had multiple times they could have put them away. Multiple times. I think Andy Reid seen something. I think he said, Spagnuolo, I think you got the game. We're just going to do what we do. A lot of people would probably say Kansas City didn't have a good offensive game plan. Kansas City had an excellent offensive game plan because they held the ball forever. They might not have scored, but they held the ball forever. They took their time. Nothing was rushed. Everything was slowed down. So they, just like Chris Jones said earlier the week, if we make Lamar pass when he don't want to pass, we win. And that's what happened.
That's it. And when Lamar cannot pass, when he needs to really pass, and I've been called a hater, and I've been called this and that, Lamar Jackson has yet to learn how to beat you with his arm when it really, really counts. When it really, if you shut, I told you last week, Spagnuolo, when he shut down Josh Allen in the second half, when Josh Allen was running all over and he shut it, I said, oh, he got something for Lamar. You shut down the middle of the field for Lamar, done. It's over. Can't do anything. That's where Lamar Jackson does his damage. In the middle of the field. Whether he's running up the middle or he's passing it to his tight end. They shut that down. All he can do is them little dunk off to his little running backs. I think one receiver caught it. Well, I remember OBJ catching 2, but it was over by then, you know. Going to the fourth quarter, only one receiver had a catch.
Flowers caught a couple, but he had to cost a turnover too. Let's go with some of the stats from that game. Then we'll go back to the Lions 49er stats. Passing yards, Patrick Mahomes was 30 of 39 for 241 and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson was 20 of 37 for 272, a touchdown and interception. Rushing yards, Isaac Pacheco was 24 carries and 68 yards. I don't think it was so much the yardage Isaac Pacheco had, it was how many carries he had. They ran the ball a lot. Also, Lamar Jackson was the leading rusher for the Baltimore Ravens with 8 carries for 54 yards. It should have been a lot more. I think Lamar should have covered around 15 carries in scrambles, but they probably could have won that game. Receiving yards, Travis Kelce broke the Jerry Rice record on 11 receptions, 116 yards, but he broke the all-time record of Jerry Rice's receiving catches and a touchdown. Zay Flowers had 5 receptions, 115 yards on the touchdown, and a crucial fumble that was a touchback at the end of the game. Any comments, Lee Ice, about that?
The Ravens, if you watch the Ravens, I am going to say the Ravens played a dirty game. If you watch a lot, they was trying to knock Patrick Mahomes out that game.
Well, Lee Ice, when we were doing the other show, All In Sports, I actually was watching the game while we were doing the show, the pre warm-up. Kansas City punked the Ravens early, man. They came out, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. It's on YouTube. They came out, Justin Tucker was warming up. They threw his tee over, threw the balls away, everything. Then they jumped to a couple of Ravens wide receivers, got in their faces and stuff. Like, yo, what's going on? You getting pumped at home? Nah, ain't supposed to happen that way. Let me go over these stats real quick for the San Francisco 49ers Detroit Lions game that just ended moments ago. Jared Goff was 25 of 41, 273 and a touchdown. Played an excellent game in my opinion. Brock Purdy going to have to do better. He was 20 of 31 for 267, a touchdown and an interception. Rushing yards, David Montgomery had 15 carries on 93 yards. He had a great game and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey had 20 carries for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receivers, LaPrada had 9 receptions for 97 yards. Deebo Samuels had 8 receptions for 89 yards. So that game was best game of the weekend without a doubt. Kansas City really just manhandled and pumped the Ravens and everything, I think. Hey, Lee
I wonder,
before you hold that thought, take us a commercial break, and we're going to come back with who you got, the clipboard, and Lee Ice. We can't get your point spread because they ain't got the point spread yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
All right, take us a commercial break.
All right, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to do all those things the big dog said we're going to do. It's the All In Football Show, the countdown to Vegas, baby. We gone. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. All In Football Show. Lee Ice and the big dog breaking down championship weekend. We are headed to the Super Bowl. What you want to do? You want to do the clipboard real quick?
Man, we can do the clipboard. Let me get prepared real quickly with the clipboard for you. I got some news and notes on the clipboard. We're going to start off, of course, Super Bowl matchup is Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers, a rematch of 2020, 4 years ago. Some news and notes. If you don't know, Jim Harbaugh now is the LA Chargers head coach. How you feel?
Great move by the Chargers. They will be better. They will be contending, but unfortunately, that bad man in Kansas City and that bad coach in Kansas City still there, that's going to be a huge hurdle for Jim Harbaugh.
Well, speaking of Jim Harbaugh said he was starstruck today when he met Justin Herbert.
Oh, great.
Travis
I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. But, I mean, right now, it's all about Mahomes, man. Mahomes and Andy Reid, man.
Travis Kelce sets the NFL record with receptions. Like I told you earlier in the show, he broke Jerry Rice's reception. How do you feel about that?
If you break any Jerry Rice records, you are great, okay? Not good, not very good. You are great. That's unbelievable. I never thought someone would break any of his records, tell you the truth.
True. Cleveland Browns hired ex-Bills offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey. How you feel? Ken Dorsey's the famous guy who was throwing that tantrum in the booth they showed.
I remember Ken Dorsey when he played quarterback for the U. I guess that's a good hire for them. I mean, it's all about Deshaun Watson next year, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get him better.
Philadelphia Eagles hires LA Chargers coordinator Kellen Moore and former Cowboy offensive coordinator. How you feel?
Most overrated offensive coordinator in the game. They want this man to be a head coach so bad. So he's in Philly. I personally think that's a bad setup with him and Jalen Hurts. I feel bad. I feel sorry for Jalen Hurts. That's not a good. They don't. I don't think they're going to mesh together.
Jim Harbaugh said Moore is the only person to take over the University of Michigan job.
Yeah. Well, he deserves it. He did good in Jim Harbaugh's absence, so he deserved it. Now, will everybody run out the portal and leave him a bad team? Who knows?
The Atlantic Coast Conference unveils their 2024 football schedule. Basically, I think the teams are going to play 3 out-of-conference games, and the rest are going to play, I think, 9 or 8 in-conference games leading up to the conference championship. No, college football is changing next year. It's got the 12-team format where mostly there are 4 automatic bids where the higher seeds were conference champions. The top 4 teams were going to buy all 8 of the rest of the teams to win the conference, with the Power 5 and the Group of 5 would get played each other to advance to the final week. It will start the week before Christmas, then New Year's Eve, then the 20th of January of 2025 will be the national championship, which is in between the NFC wildcard weekend and divisional playoff, which is a good time.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a fun time next year.
And also, it's going to be different too next year because you got the SEC on ESPN and you got the Big Ten on CBS, NBC, and Fox, which is going to be weird. So, Lee Ice, we get to our favorite part of the program. Yeah, buddy. Who you got, Lee Ice? It's going to be from Las Vegas, Nevada. Sunday, February 11th. CBS, known as the Colombian Broadcasting System, with Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolf. Here we go. That sidearm thrown behind the back. Travis Kelce going to be on the strip with Taylor Swift showing off in a Ferrari. Andy Reid going to be at an Airy Buffet, Bellagio, the Palm, MGM eating all the ribs he can eat. Take on that San Francisco Rice and Roni streetcar. I got a stadium name and made out of denim blue jeans, known as the San Francisco 49ers. Who you got?
Come on, man. You know who I got. I'm going with Andy Reid and the man, Pat Mahomes. They're going to run the ball. They're going to do whatever they want to San Francisco. And mainly, like we said, that defense, that young defense that we talked about in the last show of All in Football last year, that young defense is here to stay. And unfortunately, Brock Purdy is going to suffer from that. Going with the Kansas City Chiefs, first back-to-back champions since who?
The Patriots? The Patriots.
Yeah. Since the Patriots.
So, Lee Ice, I want my heart. And my gut's telling me to go with the 49ers, but I'm going with my heart. I'm agreeing with you. I think San Francisco wins 31-20.
Huh?
31-20. I mean, Kansas City, 31.
Yeah, it's going to be...
This is our last show before we go to Vegas. You know, Vegas will be our last show because we got the best of, and people are already ready emailing us about where we going to eat at and stuff. So we got a lot of places to eat at.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Eat and drink. So we got a lot of places to go.
Mm-hmm. Man, the season went by fast, boy.
Yeah. We'll probably start a little earlier next year. I might do that. We might start the first week of August, do some UFL review of their season. Also, the CFL and stuff we're going to be talking about. And the Arena Football League is back. Mm-hmm. So we might be tapping in a little bit of that next year. While we give our predictions for next season, college football, we got to talk about Austin Peay peeing all over himself and stuff like that. But guys, take us home.
Hey man, next to the last time we're gonna take you home this year, whether you like it or don't like it. Learn and love it. Lee Ice told y'all in August he was going to the Super Bowl. AC and San Fran, learn and love it, because it's the best thing going All in Football show. Next time we see y'all, we will be in Las Vegas. That's right. We'll see y'all in Vegas.